The Augusta Sports Council is gearing up for lots of events in July, and they need your help.
Yeah, that's right. We sat down with the Augusta Sports Council CEO, Michelle Pippin, who told us about the organization, as well as the events coming up this month and the need for volunteers.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Michelle. Good to see you again.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Before we get to everything that's going on for the rest of this summer, let's talk about the history of the Augusta Sports Council and its inception. How did this all get started?
Well, back in '91, a group of community members kind of came up with this idea of coming up with growing sports tourism in our area. Around that time, sports councils and CVBs, Convention and Visitors Bureau, those were around the time that all those things were starting. Mr. Morris was our first president of our organization, and so he wanted to grow and build something like that other cities were starting to pop up and have here in Augusta. So it's kind of where we all started, and then kind of grew from there.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history, right? And let's talk now about the sporting events coming up in July, because there are quite some big ones, right?
Yep, yeah, we had some. July used to be, basketball month, which it still is. It's a little bit longer this year, 10 days of elite basketball over in North Augusta or Riverview Park. And then we'll finish the rest of the month with a USA cycling event. So about 1,000 cyclists coming in for that event.
To that point, from an economic point of view, since the Sports Council has become so involved and there are more events coming in, how big of an impact is that throughout the area?
Yeah, I mean, Peach Jam, for example, you got to think about it. It's not just that one tournament, it's a bunch of satellite tournaments that are happening in our community, all because these different event organizers, tournament organizers know that all these coaches and our teams, NBA teams are going to be here in our area. So why not put on an event and kind of chance that they'll get eyes on their players. So, Peach Jam alone, I think this year, because it is longer, is over 10 million. I want to say it's 13 or 15. I need to double check that. We just put out a report, a arrivals report. So yeah, that's huge for us, for that 10 days in our community. That's obviously people from out of town staying in our local accommodations, whether it's Airbnbs or hotels and shopping, and it's parents and grandparents, out in our community.
And the occasional NBA legend might pop its face.
Yes, maybe. Yeah,
Okay.
we got a couple of those running around with kids now, so never know who you'll run into. But that's also the uniqueness of the event for our community is you never know who you'll run into.
Amazing. And the USA cycling event, that you said 1,000 cyclists
will
be here, and it's all happening downtown Augusta?
No, we'll be in Fort Eisenhower for 3 days, and then we'll be in downtown Augusta for the final day for the Criterium, where they go around the corners real fast.
And with so many events, there is a huge need for volunteers too.
Yes.
Right? So what can you tell us about volunteer opportunities, and how can people reach out to be part of that?
Yeah, so Sports Council, we're actively looking for volunteers. We're probably needing about 300 volunteers to help us during the USA Cycling event. And everyone can go to our website or our Facebook page to see the links to sign up to volunteer.
And that's where they also can find more information about Augusta Sports Council and other events too, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Now, we're talking about sports. We're talking cycling here. We're talking basketball here. But there is a bevy of sports that have really come into play here in the CSRA in a long time. What are some of the big ones? I mean, you even have disc golf that's out there.
Yeah. Our friends at Professional Disc Golf Association. Pickleball is not going away. It's definitely the top trending and most popular sport in the U.S. and in our industry right now. So we're excited to see Dink Pickleball opening up. Today was their grand opening, and then they have a big open house on Saturday. So it's neat to start seeing venues like that where the community obviously can use their places, their venues, but we can also use that as a spot that we can maybe attract an event to take place in.
Right.
And Ironman is probably the biggest one here in town, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, people-wise,
huge.
so we're excited. September 29th, another one where we'll need, probably close to 1,000 volunteers for that one.
Okay, see, yeah, so yeah, the need is dire. Again, where can people go to get the information to become a volunteer?
Yeah, AugustaSportsCouncil.org, or they can follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, where we'll have links posted everywhere.
All right, there you go. Chief Executive Officer of the Augusta Sports Council, Michelle Pippin. Michelle, we appreciate all the info.
Thanks
a
you.
lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.